Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Gosh, it's July 18th already. I'm pulling my hair out. The summer's going by way too fast. I needed to slow down a little bit. Welcome to this episode of Real Talk Chronicles. We have a very special guest, me. So
Yay!
I'm hanging out with Bill and Alyson.
Damn it.
It's so good to see you, Bill. You're on the road, I see.
Yeah, definitely. I'm traveling, playing with the elements out here. It's bad. Hopefully, it'll be good by the time I get to a certain location. The Forster
Well,
compound,
travel
you
safe.
know, the other
I know
Forster,
you're
yeah.
talking about.
But the one
Is it raining?
ways, conditions like
So it's
that.
raining where
But it's
you
all
are.
good. What's up, everybody? It's your boy. I'm in the building.
He's in the
I'm in the building with the
building.
car. I'm in the car right now. This is the Car Chronicles. That's it.
Is it
Last
What's going
time,
on, Allie? How are you?
last time I was with you, I was traveling. I was in
I'm
an
good.
airport.
Yeah. Listen,
Now you're
that's
in
what
the
we do. Listen,
car.
the one thing everybody out there, you got to understand, Real Talk Chronicles, we keep it real. Airplane, sleet or snow, this is what we do. We're going to
Right.
come and
We
give you a
are we
good
are we
hour.
are
We're giving you
everywhere.
some hours. Absolutely. We're going to give you a
exactly?
good hour of us, no matter where we are, how we're traveling. And we're going, if you got questions, ask us. If not, the one thing that the three of us can do, we can converse and bring up some topics. You know what I'm trying to say? Because, it's so funny. Malika, I'll let you run the sponsors down real quick, and then we can just chop it up.
Gee, I know, because you know how we talk. We just
Can you
jump
hear
right
me?
in it. Allison and we already started. So a few of our sponsors. The very first one is Reggie Wells Speakers. Bill, I'm taking a speaker with me to the beach in a couple weeks. I just want you to know that. You have to share it with me. I love this speaker.
Go ahead. Yeah, Reggie
It's
sold
awesome.
Reggie sold two of those speakers at the beautiful people brunch party. And first and foremost, thank you all that came out and showed us some love. It is real grown and sexy and mature. It is the age group that you would want to be at if love yourself. It's about beautiful people. So thank everybody that came out.
When
And
is
Reggie
the
sold
next
those
one, Bill?
August 20th.
August 20th.
days.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, Bill, you're breaking up a little bit. It's every third Saturday at Row House in Harlem.
Okay.
7 to 8. And we always tell people either call the restaurant or, just go online and make your reservations because the tables do, book up pretty quick. But yeah, I want to talk about that brunch party in a second. I just got to get this out. It's also sponsored by the Deadly Art of Survival magazine, which Bill is in at least, a few of these issues, right, Bill? You're in there.
I'm in, and I think the one that you picked up, I'm in that one, page 58. So
Oh,
yeah, I'm in
Let's
that
be
picture. Shout out to
let's be clear, coming from a point of view of my background of entertainment. He's not just in it, he's on the cover. Am I seeing a cover?
that's not him. That's another bald-headed
Oh,
guy.
okay. I thought he was on the cover. I couldn't see. But y'all could be brothers if you turn your
They
head to the
could
side.
pass, right? They
Yeah,
could
I can head to the side and squint. I just said, yeah, that's Bill. Go ahead with your cover boy.
They do look
yeah,
like they're related.
They do.
yeah,
Same
yeah, yeah.
tribe. Same
I got
tribe.
I got
Yes.
I got a little bit of credits, but not covered yet. Not covered. Even though I'm deserving of covers on other magazines, but I'm just not covered yet on the martial arts.
Oh
But
my
shout out to the
God.
Ingram
My
family,
God.
Nathan Ingram, his son Jacob Ingram, also Ingram Taxes too. So go ahead, sweetie, finish that. They have the 7 edition. That's the #1 magazine right now in martial arts, and you can buy it you can purchase it on Amazon. That's the #1 issue, #1 martial arts. Over Black Belt magazine, another magazine right there. That's the #1 magazine out there in the world, in the country.
Yes. And then last but not least, I got to
Hmm.
shout out Soft Illusions Fine Art Gallery. Alton, do you like this blue? Because if so, this is yours.
Oh, my mug.
Yes.
I love it.
Okay, so this one is yours. Soft Illusions Fine Art Gallery is my mom's. Both of our art galleries. She's the artist. She's a bad mama. I'm telling you.
She's a bad mamma jamma.
Bad mamma jamma. 12 years working with that lady and counting. I love it. So listen, Alyson, I know you have known Bill for a very long time, right? And you've
At
hung
least
out.
15 minutes.
Yeah, 15 minutes or so, going on an hour.
Right.
Let me tell you, when we first started dating, I was back and forth. I was in New York, shooting a Philly, running a business. And then if there was an event going on, I would come back to New York, hang out with him, sleep the next day. And, I was good. I could just keep going, going, going. This brunch party on Saturday, it's Monday evening. I'm still recuperating from Saturday. I'm like exhausted. We party hard. That brunch party is off the chain. I'm not just saying that because it's Bill hosting it, but it's an incredible, incredible event. It's so many people that come out. It's classy, it's good vibes, it's fun. But yeah, I'm tired, girl.
But don't feel bad, because I think that's kind of like the going situation as we have matured and as we I don't like to say get older, although thank God we do, because without a birthday it's over. So as we mature, we have just a different level of recuperation and a different time span on recuperation. And
Right.
I think everybody who went to the party, I think that they probably are feeling the same way that you feel, the same way that I feel quite often. And that also speaks into the fact that there are so few, or not a lack of, but few and far in between, the opportunities for us to go out.
Yes.
To be in the right setting, to be
Yes.
with people that are like-minded and in our age category, and really, know how to get together and have a good time positively without a whole bunch of drama. And so you go and it's like grown people's Disneyland. You just
Yes,
play
ma'am.
until you have to just take a nap. You just play until you just play yourself out. So that's what
so
happens.
true.
You have
That's
such a
so
great
true.
time,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? And you wait 3 weeks to get to it. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
you go and you shoot it, baby. You shoot your best shot in your whole
Yes.
load. And
Let
then
me
you
tell
go
you,
home. And
I
then
came
it's like,
prepared, Allie. I wore my heels, and then I had my sneakers to change in. I also had some flip-flops just in case. I know how to do it. But I
right.
agree. It's just about, knowing yourself, knowing your body. It's all good to party and, have a good time. But it's also good to know how to replenish yourself, and
We
get
must.
the stuff
We
that
must.
need.
We
Yes.
must. I think that what we did when we were younger, even if it means just a couple of years prior to this point in time, we've learned certain lessons about ourselves.
Yes.
And about self-care and self-love and health and wellness and things like that. So we know a little bit. We actually are partying a little more effectively because we know how.
I like that mindset. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the mature way of partying now.
It is responsible. You ain't got to you have to hang over the edge.
Exactly.
We used to hang over the edge. At least I did. Bill, we used to hang over the edge, didn't we?
Yes, we did. We had listen. We covered so many different aspects of partying that right now the way we party, we do our era redefined how party. We know how to get together collectively and still have a nice time, but we eat and drink together, and we'll still listen to some music, but we'll talk and converse with each other. Back then, it might have been just a hard. Where's the DJ and where's the dance floor?
Right.
And
We did the club.
the after hour place in the after hour room,
We did the clubs, the dance clubs, we did the nightclubs, we did the bars, we did the after hour spot, we did the house party. There were 5 components that we could get to.
Oh my
it was a lot.
Yeah.
And a lot of, and what I remember most about how it used to be is that it was never nighttime anymore when I got home. Or if it was just 5 more minutes of night, and then it was day.
Wow, I could never do that because I fall asleep too early.
Man, no. I mean, call us vampires, call us whatever you want. But we come home when that light has come on, and we going to have breakfast. We see that's
Right.
why we were innovators. We, instead of going home and feeling shameful about going on the light on, no, we want to go home and have breakfast. We want to go someplace and have breakfast, and then we'll
We
go
went
home
to
and go to
Wilson.
sleep.
We went to Wilson's and had breakfast with the church people at 7 o'clock in the morning, acting like we was going somewhere. We were actually coming back. Yeah, we go and have salmon croquettes. We were doing it.
Yeah, reeking of liquor and falling asleep in our grits. You know what I'm saying?
Smelling like smoke with
Either
that
either
shiny
it was there
outfit
M and
on.
G. It was there M and G's. Let me tell you something. We had no shame meeting the church people. We would say hi and laugh and joke. Let
And
me
they'd
tell
be
you
giving us
something.
the side eye because they'd be like, there's no way in the world that skirt's to be that short and you shouldn't have that many shiny things on.
You know exactly. I mean, we are living in different times. I mean, all the way around the whole atmosphere of life, from partying to crime to just dating. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dating now is a whole internet thing. We're going to do a show one time on dating, and how is it to date now in this time frame, as we have uh, become seasoned, because the bottom line is people still don't know how to just ask for what they want or get what they want. Some people are just settling, and shout out to all the men and women that are not afraid to just be alone until they find exactly what they want.
Well,
I
Bill,
mean,
I'm gonna have to be alone because the last time, well, no, that was like 2 or 3 shows back. You promised that you was gonna, put it out there, and there was gonna be somebody for Alyson, and it never manifested. And I know it wasn't on me. I think you slacked up.
well, you know what, Allison? I'm gonna take ownership of that. You're right, because usually I touch it and it happens. But you know what I think? I want somebody to meet you, because let me tell you something. Once they meet you, I don't even really have to do something. All I need them to say to me is like, "Yo, she's really cool," and then I can look over at you and give you the thumbs up type of shit. You know what
And
I'm
then,
saying?
and then send me on my way. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, "Yo, go ahead, Ali, rock on," because let me tell you something. You can hold a stage by yourself, literally and figuratively. So that's the one thing, though, and we need to understand. It's just like, yo, life is a beautiful thing. Everybody, please check yourselves out health wise. You never know what somebody's going in. You know, life is too short. Sometimes you got to reach out and check somebody. You know, I know I always say to some people, you know, I know I'm going to talk to Alyson once a month, but there are people that I always try to say, listen, let's try to reach out once a month and talk to each other. If I did that with everybody, Jesus Christ, I wouldn't be having time to talk to myself. But the thing
Mhm.
is, we can follow each other on social media. At least I could say, oh, I saw her or him yesterday. He posted something. Some kind words to each other. I spoke to somebody earlier today, and they had some nice, kind words to say, and it was really nice to hear them. You know, no hating, because we live in a world of hatred. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people are just jealous of people,
No reason at
unfortunately.
all.
I mean, and talk about that. Talk about. I mean, you're in a business where, like, probably like, give me the like, about that.
You're breaking up,
Bill,
Bill.
you went through a real bad place and you became an echoplex and a breakup at the same time.
We're gonna have to tease him about 2G, right? And he
Oh
got the
my
2G
God.
today.
I don't know where he went to, but I think what his where he was leading on into was, how people are there's so much hatred in the world and jealousy. And I think he was asking me, being in show business, how much of it do I encounter? And for me, I guess I'm so busy not like I drown out the chatter. It's hard not to see it, but I'm thankful that I don't see a lot of it.
Right.
I don't see a lot of folks coming down on, well, I don't know what she had on, but I can't, or I heard this, that, and the other, or I don't get a lot of that. So maybe I must be doing something right. Maybe I'm not worth hating on. I don't know. I always tell people if I'd slap a cop or go to jail today or tomorrow, I'd be a lot more famous. But who wants to do that?
Yeah, it's true.
If I just accidentally don't wear no panties and let everybody see, Alyson Williams would be on board.
Your name would just be plastered across the headline.
I'm just saying, but I'm not. That's not who I am, and that doesn't work for me. It may work for some. So I can say that the one thing though, and then I noticed with a couple of other friends of mine who I don't need to mention their name, but I do notice that they will have well, I guess they call it a clapback, not necessarily a clapback, but they will have commentary when people come at them a certain way, or have a comment on what they wear or how they dress or their hair or whatever it is that they're doing,
right.
and they'll say something about it. I find the best way not to give those people any power is just ignore it.
Mm-hmm.
Just ignore it,
Exactly.
But I mean, I've seen people say, wow, I'm really just trying to live my best life and do the best that I can and mind my business and go through this world trying to do what I've been gifted to do. And it's so amazing that people are blah, 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 blah. I'm not even typing those words.
No.
But that's just me. That's how it works for me. And people can be cruel to the point of making you feel like you have to say, something. They can do that.
If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. And that applies to everything across the board in a relationship, at work, just regular friendships. Just don't say it. Because you're right. People don't realize how hurtful certain things can be. And when it hurts, it lingers.
And you don't realize how one thing might not, but like I might have duck feathers and everything rolls off my back. Another person might not be that resilient in that area emotionally. So it's going to affect them differently. And even when I'm letting it roll off my duck feathers, when I go and prune underneath my duck feathers, I got bruises.
Yeah, it's true.
I got bruises too. I'm not impenetrable or Teflon coated. Impenetrable. That's a word. Impenetrable. No, I'm working with it. Say words. So not to digress, but everybody has a pink soft inside somewhere, or an area that's like that, and it can be but you just got to keep on going and know that your God's plan for you is what it is. However you get there, and like you said, if you can't say something nice, I learned if I have to say something, I've mellowed through. You got to chew up your words before you spit them out. Exactly. If I say something, first of all, does it need to be said? Second of all, if I say it, will it change anything? Third, if it changes something, will it change it for the better or for the worse? And if I can't answer those questions, then I keep it to myself and keep it rolling.
Exactly. And
Bill is back.
I know. I saw some money, so he must be at the gas station at the rest stop somewhere.
I'm filling up this monster. I'm filling up this monster we have.
Now it doesn't sound like we got your Now you're back. Welcome back, Mr. Foster.
Thank you.
That was a hot mess.
Oh my God. This is what we do when we try to be successful in life. We just try to keep it going from no matter where. I guess I'm not catching the Wi-Fi in the sky.
You got it now.
So what were you ladies talking about that I missed? Just a little.
Well, we had gone back to where you
were talking about you, Bill. We were talking about you.
What were you saying about me? What were you saying about me?
You can go back and watch the rebroadcast.
Yeah, you gotta watch the replay on YouTube, buddy. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll do that. Listen. Only 53, not big. Okay. All right. Keep that. All right. Thank you, sir. All right, buddy. All right.
Bill, we were. I was just trying to go
hold on. Yeah, I'm going. Real Talk Chronicles. Buy the album. All right. Listen.
I can't with him.
I'm on the show now. I'm not signing autographs. It's okay. All right. I'm back. Let's go.
You have to call. You have to say security.
Yes.
Yeah. Yo, Allie. Watch. I'm gonna hit him with this. the big bye-bye wave. You know what I'm saying?
Bye-bye.
Right.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Everybody
Listen.
is a star.
Yeah. Yeah. Yo,
But
Allie, tell us,
some,
yo, how's it feel to be back on the road like you've been? You've been very busy lately.
Yeah, man, it feels good. Since I was last with you all, I was getting on a plane. I had hung out. I think that was the week. I don't remember where I was coming from. Oh, maybe from Syracuse. I think I was in Syracuse. I just done the show with Glenn
Yeah.
Jones, and
Right.
I was headed home. And as I had said then, I had very good fortune a couple of years ago, a year ago. No, it was in the first part. It was still in the pandemic. So just between the 19 and now, I went into the studio with a producer named Chris Big Dog Davis, who is a really great guy out of Connecticut. And he creates #1 chart busters on a regular basis for so many artists that you would know. And he had me come in to do a track for Najee. And Najee had been trying to get to work with me for a while. Najee is that little bit of sax you hear on Just Call My Name at the end. When you go, that's Najee, and we've known each other for a long time. And he's been trying to work with me for some time. But he wanted to do a cover of a song called Valentine Love, which was originally done by Michael Henderson and Gene Carn and produced by Norman Collins. Now, all of this is information we know because we came up with this music. But 47 years have passed now. So we put a new spin on this song, and he features it on his new CD called Savoir Faire. Now, the grand thing and the thing that gets me to the answer to your question is that it was not necessarily scheduled to be a single. He's a saxophonist. His saxophone music, smooth jazz, Najee, the king of it. But radio has decided that they really love this song with my vocal on it. And that goes for radio here in the United States as well as over in London and in Europe. And so we thought, wow, we got something here that we didn't even expect. So he calls me up and he says, Alyson, we need to take advantage, and I want you to take advantage of having this buzz that this record is presenting. And so I want you to come out on the road. I have a tour set up, dates already in place, and I want you to come out on as many as I can offer you, as many as you can do. And let's start performing the song. And that way we do our due diligence to promote it and bring awareness to the song while doing other things behind the scenes. But it also gives you visibility that you need and deserve. And by next year, we'll have a package. You know what I'm saying? It'll already be a package. We can sell that to the promoters. So, we're just taking advantage of it. And I'm so excited to be on the road doing these dates. We did dates starting in Raleigh with Take Six and Najee, in Chicago, Peebo Bryson and Najee. And we're going to do Malibu this next week with Najee, Frida Payne, and Will Downing.
Nice.
And I will be
Wow.
guesting
Shout
on
out to
all
Will
of these.
Downing.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
So it's really good to be in really good, really great venues with really great audiences who came to see you and they give a damn and they're all there and all in. And when you perform, they're appreciating what you're bringing, and it feels good to be in that situation. And like I said, with a new CD and a new hit, or a burgeoning something that's really developing into something wonderful. I'm excited, and thank you, and shout out to Najee and his whole team for believing and wanting to bring me in.
That's so beautiful, Alyson. Such a blessing. I've
Really?
been checking out the tour dates because I'm like, we have to come to this show. We have to go. So,
Well, the next time I'm going to be East Coast bound that I know of is September. We'll be in Hampton, in Atlantic City.
yes.
So I know y'all can make that, and then right after that we'll be in Hampton, Virginia. If you don't make that, but yeah. But there could be some other stuff coming up. Like I said, this is Najee's tour, so he's got dates and some dates that are popping in on top of the dates he's already got. And anytime he can allow me, to come in, he's trying to let that happen.
Excellent.
Oh, let me ask you a question, Allie, real quick. Can both of you hear me pretty good so far?
Very well.
Good. Mm-hmm. Good. How is it working with somebody that you've known for so long and you have some kind of camaraderie, and now you guys are just like touring, and I'm sure it's almost like almost like hanging out with your friends, or in essence, like maybe hanging out with Malika and I. Where
Right.
it's
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 like slippers
yeah,
and a rope. It's like easy.
yeah.
Also out on the road, he has Kevin Robinson. I don't know if you remember Kevin. He used to be in Kinky Fox, and
Okay.
he's the person who uh, uh, um, um, created the BB&Q band. BBQ band.
Hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Are you ready or not? It's all the way up the street.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yes. Yes.
dancing.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was BBQ Band, High Fashion, and Change. We were the trilogy that came out of Capitol Records. And he's from Queens and used to play in the Stella all the time and so on and so forth. So, with Johnny Kemp and stuff. So he's out there with us as well. And he brings his own level of fabulousness to the whole well-rounded show. It's real easy because you're working with people that you've known for over 30 years. And it's just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
And
and
then
to be together on the right stages, in the right environment. You know what I'm saying? You feel proud that you've continued and are able to do it. We've been doing this over 40 years or so.
yeah. Yeah.
And we're lucky to be able to be still doing it, and able to still doing it. And I mean that on a lot of different levels. We have
I
people that
wanted to
are
ask
that.
you. I wanted
Mhm.
to ask you, everybody. This is Real Talk. That's Malika Foster. She's the host, and Alyson Williams. This is Real Talk with Alyson. I'm just the side saddle on this, the third saddle. It's so funny that it's a beautiful thing that. Can you talk about jazz? Has always been. It seems like well, any kind of music is acquired taste, but jazz seems like it really has never gotten its just due. Like it's appreciated for those that love jazz. Can you talk about the energy at a jazz concert or how it is? Is it direction?
Well, for me, first of all, I feel like I'm always going to get a certain demographic age group that really appreciates jazz, smooth jazz, and they're a dedicated group of people because anytime somebody comes near that they like, they come out and they spend the money and they come. So you're going to get a group of people that not only came, but they want to be there. And they
Yes.
come prepared. They got their, how, whatever if it's an amphitheater or a sit on the lawn kind of thing, or whether it's indoor at an auditorium or whatever, they come with an appreciation. So once again, like we were talking about how easy it is to work with people that you've known for a long time that have been honing their craft and polishing up their act, and they are so ready and so deserving of that spot on that stage. The same thing with the audience. This is an audience that came, and they came because they want this. They know they're like, let it wash over me. I want it. I want to hear the voices. I want to hear the instruments. I want to just enjoy myself and take this experience home. And that's what I find with a more mature and smooth jazz audience. But all things relative. I think that there are people who appreciate smooth jazz that would go to an R&B concert and enjoy themselves just as well. But the problem I'm finding is I can't find R&B. I can't find R&B.
Right.
I can't find Black people doing R&B.
I mean, I think
That's
maybe I
what I
don't know,
can't
Malika,
find.
whatever you want to chime in. I'm hearing. But Alyson, let me ask you a question. It seems like right now R&B is not given back to the originators like you. I think Stephanie Mills. I don't want to quote her, but if I'm paraphrasing, I think she said something how they're giving a lot of this to a lot of the young white artists, our music. And no
Mhm.
disrespect to the white artists, we love you. You enjoy everybody. I'm never a hater on getting money, but the bottom
Right.
line is don't forget the people that paved the way. I was
That
looking
paved the
at
way.
an interview that Bob Costas did with Ray Charles back in the day, and they were talking about Elvis, and he said, listen, we've been shaking our pelvis for years, but Elvis came at the right time and he did his thing, but don't anoint him the king. He didn't king. He said, I think he was saying like Nat King Cole almost got ran out of town or arrested for doing that at one place. So I say all that to say that I'm sure it's a problem for them giving you the music that is R&B or soul or whatever it is. I think, why is it that the old school rap artists are still living good What about the R&B artists? Are they still living good, Ali?
There are some that are, and there are some that aren't. The thing is this: if you look back, and everything changes. Everybody has their 15-minute spotlight. I'm not taking away anything from anyone, but going back to what you said with Stephanie, I get what you're saying, and even though you're paraphrasing, what it is not that they could look at an older or newer R&B artist that's Black and say, I don't know if we're going to take the chance, but they'll take the chance with the white artists doing music that was laid down or created or brought to the forefront by Black artists.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now I'm not saying he's not Black, because he's certainly brown, but I don't think that you give me a Black artist that could come out and cover what's the Love Train. They weren't going to try to give that to nobody. But they gave it to Bruno Mars, because Bruno Mars is just Black enough, but not really all the way. And we're still playing that same race card game that we've always played. Let's be clear.
Yes.
Let's be clear.
Yeah.
And I think that there's room for a new crop of R&B artists to come into the forefront. But what they're doing, I guess, to me, and I know everything can't stay the same. I'm not trying to recreate the wheel and make everything can't be exactly how it was, but they're not, the music is so watered down till I don't know a lot of legacy artists or new artists that want to participate in an R&B that sounds like that.
Yeah,
it's like they took the R&B stick and said, okay, we're just gonna put it over here on some almost trap music. That's what we're gonna do.
Right.
We're just gonna put the stick over. Or like when they made up the sticker neo soul, they made up that sticker and then just created a whole thing for it.
Right.
Not to say there weren't some great neo soul artists and something good came out of that because there was some soul in there. But right now,
so
R&B needs some help. R&B needs somebody to rescue it.
Malika, let me ask you a question.
Rescue it. Bill sings around the house all the time, so he may be trying to rescue R&B.
Bill Foster to the rescue of R&B. Well, I'll tell you what, Malika, if you make him a cape, I'm sure he'll take on the. He'll take. He can't do it without a cape, but if you make him a cape, he might just take it on.
But Ali, I didn't even tell you that Malika plays an instrument. See, everybody, now we're gonna have a real talk moment.
Malika plays the guitar.
I haven't even taken one lesson yet.
Oh, wait a minute. You got a guitar. You was like, yo, I play the guitar. When you first met me, you was like, yo, listen, I'll serenade you. I was like, oh, wow. And then you got the guitar.
Bill, you fell for that?
I did, Allie. Look, I did. I fell for it. I said I do. I sure did. I love everybody. It's right here on the finger.
That's in the handbook. Good work, Malika. Good work.
Thank you, girl. Thank you. Bill, for our 5th anniversary next year, I'm going to serenade you, baby, with the guitar. How about that? I can't sing, but I'll strum this.
Malika, if you learn one song and strum it out for him, I would tell you that would be like that would uplift the catch you a man community, because then you would have lived up to what you said you was going to do.
Exactly. That's
out of the handbook.
Right?
Yeah, listen.
So I'm putting you to task, Malika, along with all the viewers and listeners of Real Talk. You better get your fingers together.
He put me all the way out there. Only people that know I own a guitar is Bill and my mom, and that's it.
And me. And now everybody from Real Talk.
Whoever else is watching.
Yeah, listen. Check this out. We're gonna have a Real Talk, transparent Real Talk moment during our wedding, right? Well, before our wedding, when we came up, everybody had come with their song. So of course I'm like, yo, we're not gonna slow it down. We're gonna play with the slow song, but we're gonna come up with the hype song. And the song that we used was "Shine" by Luther Vandross. For those that haven't heard it, it's a banging song. I don't even understand why it doesn't get the play that it should. It should be one of his top. In my Luther, but you can't say which one would be your top because everybody's going to be different. But
right.
But so now we're coming up with a routine, right? So, and we were in the house practicing, And you could have sworn I was somebody from Alvin Ailey. I was like, come on, Malika, don't mess this up. We got to be like this on party. I was like, you got to hit it. And she
Allie,
was like,
I'm in
come
there in
on.
my
You,
nightgown.
yo,
It's
Allie, yo,
like
she was like, come
11,
on, you're
12
too serious
o'clock.
with this shit.
Sis, he's like,
He
come on,
thought
Malika,
he turned
let's
into
practice.
Arthur Mitchell. Oh, he was getting ready to give you the dance in Harlem.
I'm like, I'm sleepy. We'll do it tomorrow. He's like,
I
come
was like,
on.
Allie, you thought I was Otis Williams or something. I was like, come on, Malika, it's about precision right now. We got to step on it to do it.
He was Arthur Murray. Arthur Murray.
Yes,
Remember
yes,
Arthur Murray Dance Studio?
Yes.
yes, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, Allie, you should have seen this. We was in the house playing a song, and then we play it, and then she messed up the part. I said, no, do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
He was Joe Jackson. You better.
He was cracking a whip on me. I said, oh.
Yo, we got this joke. Malika will say, damn, I can't even breathe. I can't do anything around here. Yo, we laugh all the time with that one.
I can't even breathe up in
Malika,
this piece. Yes.
I wanted to ask you your question since we're talking about genres of music. For those that don't know, my wife is a big reggae lady. But the thing is, talk about the music that inspires you and like what do you like to hear? I mean, I know we can pinch some of the new music, but what kind of music do you really like?
You know, I'm old school all day. I have to tell you that. And music is like my get hype, get myself ready type thing. But I have to tell you, I don't know if I shared this with you, Bill, but my late uncle Chip, Earth, Wind and Fire was one of his favorite groups. So, whenever I was in his car, he drove a convertible just like you. So that's probably one of the things that popped out, right?
Yo, Allie, she got me with the guitar. I got her with the convertible.
He would blast Earth, Wind and Fire, and it just put me in another place. I had long hair back in the day, and just riding in the convertible, my hair is blowing, listening to the music up loud, and exactly. So I mean that just got me, and I always I refer to my mom's art as feel good art. Yeah. Exactly, feel good art. So that's how I feel about music, feel good music. Like to me, it's just very uplifting no matter what it is. And I think that's why I love it when we go hear, live music. Like Alyson, when you put your tour dates out, I was scanning the list like, all right, I saw
music is definitely a balm. It's a healer, you know what I'm saying? And whatever you rub it on, it can make it better. And I think I get the most enjoyment out of knowing how, like listening to you tell me how music makes you feel. I'm glad that I was chosen to make music. You know what I'm saying? But to know how what it does when it touches somebody else, that's the gift.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the gift.
We were at South about a month ago, and there is a Philadelphia-based artist. He performs with UGO. His name is Weiss, W-E-A-S. And I don't know the name of the song, but he's on stage, and we're right up front. We're all into it, the whole show. And there's one song he dedicated to his late mom. And when I tell you, I could see the tears start to, come out. And I felt his passion. And after the show, I touched him because we were talking after the show, and I just touched his shoulder. I said, I felt that. I felt every word of what you were saying. And we made, a connection. We're still friends with him, like on Facebook, and he came by the art gallery and stuff. But that's the thing, right? It'll move you in different directions. And all someone has to do is just be still with themselves and just listen.
Accept it. Yeah.
So Allie, when you think of whomever, you can think of your mother, your father. I mean, full transparency, everybody. Alyson, when my mother transitioned, she asked me, she said, well, the one thing I can always give you is my voice. Like, what was your mother's favorite artist? And I would say Billie Holiday. So I never knew exactly which song. So Alyson chose from Billie's compilation, like what song she chose, and she sang a perfect one. When I think of my father, I always think of Bill Withers. Lovely Day,
love that song.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like as soon as I hear a Bill Withers song, I go right into Dad. Like, So Alyson, what song reminds you of your family or somebody that you love or respect or care about deeply? What songs?
Well, for my mother, she always liked the song "Wind Beneath My Wings." That was her favorite song from a pop, like I was grown by the time that song came out, so obviously I could perform it for her. But coming up, it was all gosh, she loved so many different types of music, and our record collection was very eclectic. So there was jazz, and there was some bossa nova, Latin music. There was a few gospel greats in there. Like you had to have Mahalia Jackson in the house. So although I was always scared of her because she always looked like a ghost. When you're a kid, Mahalia Jackson is scary.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else did I did? One album in particular was an album by a jazz artist by the name of Dakota Staton, and that was the one that I picked as my favorite, and I liked it, and I would play it. I learned all the songs on that album. All my friends knew "His Eyes on the Sparrow" and all the different hymns and church songs. I knew all the hymns from Catholic school. They're still stuck in my head, and then I knew the Dakota Staton show album. But when I would go out to Queens and be with my cousins, the older kids in the family, like I got hip to Earth, Wind and Fire. I got hip to Brenda and the Tabulations, and I got hip to what's her name, Linda Jones, and different people like that. So when I think about the past, and then when I got a little older and was a teenager, and you could go across the street to the park, and the DJ was in the park, it was a lot of Shaka Khan. And like I said, Earth, Wind and Fire. So it was eclectic for me because I rode in different circles. I could listen to big band jazz as a kid just as easy as I could listen to Jackson 5, which is weird because most kids don't, they don't care about the Basie band or Duke Ellington orchestra. I did, but that's because I understood that. But then when the Jackson 5 came on, I was good with that too.
Right.
I was good with that too.
Right. So someone asked, when are you going to be in Raleigh?
I just left Raleigh, but I'll be in Raleigh, not with Najee, but I'm going to be in Raleigh. Oh my God, my phone. It's I'm using it on the 27th of August.
Okay.
And I can't remember the name of the venue, but it's a big thing that happens every year. This gentleman, I want to say Robert Mitchner. I believe that's his first name, but Mitchner is definitely his last name, and he's a sheriff there, and he does a benefit to raise money for a nonprofit organization that has to do with kids. I don't have the flyer in front of me because it's on my phone and I'm using my phone. But Mr. Mitchner has me coming in to perform on the 27th of August. And then later that evening, he's doing a big comedy show with Michael Collier and Shucky Ducky and a whole bunch of comics. So I've got yet to post it because he's making a new flyer with my picture on it. But that's when I'll be in Raleigh, August 27th.
Okay. So Norm, hopefully you're still listening. August 27th. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
What are the people saying, Malika? What are they saying on the screen?
They love you. Colin is in the house, so
Hi, Colin.
Told you to hello. Mark Rose is here. He said, "My beautiful people, the Queen and King and the voice." Love you, Mark.
I like that.
Raleigh. Stefania says she loves Najee. We just gave Norm the information. Bill, they were laughing about you. Something you said a few minutes back. So we were cracking up about you, Bill, as always.
That's all right. I'm here to entertain. That's
Malika,
what I do. I entertain.
Malika, it's you and me and Car Dude. That's his name today. Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, Car Dude.
The Car Dude, right?
Car Dude.
Exactly.
Car Dude, can we ask where you are on the road, Car Dude? Or are you in a you don't want to give up your location?
I'm on the turnpike.
Okay.
I'm not Jason Bourne, but I'm on the turnpike, so I'm approaching exit 7. I'm heading south, coming down.
That's all we need to know. That's all we need to know.
That's it. I'm moving.
Moving and grooving.
Yeah, the truckers, other cars are looking at me. No, I'm not signing any autographs. I'm driving now.
Oh, that's
Okay.
why we were laughing. That's exactly why we were laughing.
Yeah. Hey,
Allie,
Malika, also we can tell the listeners and viewers if they go to the official Najee, he has the whole listing of his dates and what have you.
Okay.
And if you come to me for Facebook and Instagram, you can find, mostly Facebook, you can find my tour date card, and that also includes his dates, some of the dates that I'm doing with him as well.
Okay.
And so that's how we doing.
We'll repost also the one that has all the dates on it. Vera Foster, she wanted to know, when is Atlantic City? When is that date? I know you said it's in September.
September 17th.
The 17th. Okay. So you got that, Vera, September 17th.
Well, we're going to be there in Atlantic City. So if y'all want to come out and hang out with the Fosters and listen to Alyson, you just got two birds, with one stone. So come see Allie.
They don't care about seeing us.
That's going to be way too much fun.
I know. I love it. We may need to get a room, Bill. We got
Listen.
So Monique Parker, she said, I love your music, Alyson. You're getting a lot of hearts up here.
Thank you.
Yep. Love it. Love it. Alyson, I'm curious, so allergies are hitting me. Bill, I'm going to drink some water. You got something to say?
Oh, you want to drink some water? Okay. You know what's so funny, Allie? Let me ask you this. Music has evolved so much. And like you mentioned earlier, there's so many different names to genres of music, New Jack, Neo Soul. Speaking of that, I was with Dice, Sugar Dice, Andrew, Sugar Dice the other day. And I spoke to George Harrell. So shout out to a lot of that New Jack swing
Shout
family.
out to George. I owe him a call. He called me about a month ago. I got to get back with him, just checking in. And I didn't think Dice was coming back from the island after the pandemic. Is he staying up north, or is he going back?
Allie, he hung out with us Saturday. He was with me Saturday. He came by the beautiful brunch party.
Wow.
I got a picture of it. Yeah, he's doing a lot of stuff with the Caribbean music.
Right.
He really is right now. And I guess, sometimes you got to reinvent yourself or understand this business and how to move over to different things. So with that being said, like, where would you like to see music come or go, or, from an artist standpoint because, you made a timeless song and you've become a timeless artist. And I tell anybody, yeah, of course I'm biased, but the bottom line is, and I say this all the time, if you ever seen Alyson perform, let me tell you something, you're going to be entertained. It's just like when I spoke to Jeff Red one time and we were talking, shout out to my guy, Jeff Red. And
who just got married.
Yes, congratulations to those beautiful people.
Wow.
Shout out to them.
To
Jeff
they just got married.
Teresa,
they got married.
Yeah, Jeff and Teresa, exactly. They sure did. Congratulations, Jeff and Teresa. So, like Jeff said, listen, if just because it's somebody else's song, don't mean I can't sing it. So right. Does it go back to just having the voice? Does the voice still make the money? If you can have a great song, one song, but if you can perform like I've seen you do a bunch of medley.
Yeah, you know what? The thing is that it's all according to what your background is. I came up in a live performance background, working in clubs all up and down the Chitlin Circuit there in New York. We had to learn. It was our jobs to learn music so that we, other people's music, so that we could have a gig in the club. And while we were doing that, we were honing our craft and preparing to become our own solo artists. But so, learning how to put together a good mashup or a good medley and what have you, something that's going to be entertaining and what have you, you learn that over the years of doing it. But I think having a great voice is absolutely a plus. But there are people out here who don't have the best voices in the world, but they got the right marketing team, or they put out the right song for the voice that they have. I think what happens for me is this. You have people that come along and have a hit song. It doesn't automatically catapult them into the same category as people who have been out here doing it for the longest, who may or may not have a hit song right now. But it seems like I'm shiny, I'm new, I'm the new thing. So now I'm going to start getting all the accolades, and everybody else falls to the wayside. That's what the unfairness of it is. You know what I'm saying? I'd like to see music become more inclusive. I'd like to see, when they get ready to call on folks to do a tribute, well, how come I never get the call? And I'm just using me as an example. They've done a tribute to Patty. They've done tributes to Anita Baker. They've done tributes to this one, that, and the other. I never get the call to come and sing a note. I'm not bitter or angry about it. I'm just stating a fact. So I wish the music could be more inclusive. I wish they would give more opportunity for people in their various demographics to have something to come out and see. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Malika. Saying something?
That was Alyson, but I was going to read some comments.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. Go.
Yeah, so Terry Miller said hi.
Shout out to Terry Miller.
Sister Terry. Mark Shelby's in the building. Rochelle Hodges. She said, Miss A, we love you. Can't wait to be at one of your venues. Can't wait to see you. Who else? Mark Shelby. He said, love Alyson Williams. Had a conversation with her one night at the Crush Groove reunion, and she blew my mind when she told me she was the beautiful melodic voice on a lot of those early hip hop songs like Fat Boys and Basketball. That came from Mr. Mark Shelby. So,
wow, hey Mark.
Shout out, Mark. What's up, Mark?
Yeah.
Wow, the Crush Groove reunion.
Yeah, that sounds like a long time ago.
That sounds like a long time ago, right? Sounds like the olden days.
But nobody around here is old.
The olden days.
Don't let the gray hair fool you, right?
Oh my God.
It's all good. Alyson, I'm curious. I mean, in my next life, I'm going to be a singer. Right?
If you have to be.
Like a guitar player. But, it just seems like you give so much of yourself. I mean, you connect so deep with the audience, and we truly love that. I just wonder, like, when it's done, like when the show is over, you go back to your hotel room or go home. How do you woo-sa? How do you bring it back down to, to just you without the audience in front of you? We're talking about self-care early on at the beginning of the show. And I'm just curious, do you have certain rituals to replenish?
I always try to plan that when I come home, there's a day when I do nothing and it's a guilt-free day. Because there's always something to do. Whether it's prepare for the next time you walk out the door, whether it's open the bag and take the clothes out, do the laundry and repack it, whether there's some correspondence that you couldn't really do effectively while you were on the road. So you want to go back and circle back around and get it. You have all those things to do. Plus you got a closet that needs to be reorganized. You got some bills on top of the desk. You have things.
Right.
But you got to have one day where you just don't do anything and you don't let it bother you.
Yeah, that's true.
I like to also, I'm a person, I like, because we're always running, we're always jumping in and out, I gotta take a shower. I like a good bath. Oh my God, with some candles and music and incense and all of that, just lay there.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? I like baths so much to the point where I take a shower first so I can stay in the water longer. Because I don't like being in Alyson soup. When I start seeing the rain, I don't want to get out. But when I take a shower first, then run the bath water, I can lay in. Yeah. And I can do that. And so that's, with the Epsom salts and the bath bombs and the oil. Oh God, it's a real Calgon take me away moment.
Look, I keep my lavender oil handy, right?
There you go. What is that?
Lavender oil.
Oh yes, all of that. Yes. Lavender, tea tree, peppermint. Yep. Those are the things that I like. I like pampering. I like lighting candles around my home. And that is for me. Mm-hmm. Sometimes when I go on the road, I change my sheets just before I leave. So when I come home to a fresh bed. Yes. I always clean my way out of my house. which means, the garbage is going out, the waste space better, everything is, the floors I clean my way out of my house. So when I come home, it's always pristine for me. It's never a lot to do because I'm here by myself and I'm a OCD neatnik. I'm like that. People know me. Alyson likes to clean. She's fine. But that's fine. We talked about that, Malika, how we both have that,
Yes. I was the same way. When I come back, I want the bed right and no dishes.
Those are the things that I do. I try to, like I said, I try to find ways to make sure that no matter where I go, home is the best place. I don't care whether I'm at the Waldorf or at the W or at the Westin or at the Quality Inn. I don't care where I am. Wherever I go, the sheets are no softer, the towels are no thirstier. It's just I try to make my home so that when I come home, I'm still in the lap of luxury no matter where I've been.
Well, I'm actually sending you 2 mugs. So I told you I'm sending this blue one. Smart mug, but I'm also going to send you this one here.
What's that one?
So this is a logo I came
up with. Oh my gosh, love thyself.
Love thyself, right?
Oh, you made that up? I love that.
Yes, I did. So it's all about self-care and exactly what you were talking about,
Thank you, my darling. Hey, car dude. You see what I got?
I see.
I love that, car dude.
Hey, look, Malika, car dude got the sun kind of getting on him. He's looking like a little chocolate drop. What you doing over there, car dude?
That's what we're gonna be naming. I'm car dude. You're gonna be like plain woman. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
You have a rainbow over your head. That's what looks like a rainbow.
Yeah. When we're all traveling like this.
Right.
I was listening to what you were saying, and it was so important that you said about self-care. What you and Malika were talking about. A lot of people don't know how to unwind and self-care and relax and release. Malika is one person. I had to tell her sometimes, like one time I think I knocked her alarm off, and I kind of like ordered her to like stay in the bed, and she got up at 8 o'clock. She was like, "Oh, this was too late." I was like, "It's a weekend. Like, are you fucking kidding me? lay down. Like, are you kidding me? Because you're always finding something to do and make it thing, and your body's all tense. And it's so good that you said about the bath, Alyson. For those that especially for a person like myself that's been in a lot of sports and then has accumulated a lot of injuries. A bath is one of the most relaxing things you can do.
I find if I can get a bath in, even if it's just once per week, my week goes better. I have less oops, I eat, because we all got them now. We got oops, I eat.
Yeah.
When you get up, when you sit down, when you twist around, we got oops, I eat. So you need to soak your bones and your muscles and your tendons. That's being kind to your body. And it helps to release and detoxify. You know what I'm saying? Between shout out to Bob Law and his wife Montu, they have a health food store out in Brooklyn. Namaste. That's what it is. And they put me on some really great things when I came out of the hospital to cleanse and to promote energy and to help with focus and all kinds of stuff. And I've been trying to, take it every day. And you got to blend this and do that. And they got me taking bitters and apple cider vinegar, and it's nasty. But it's anything that ever tastes. If it's nasty, it's probably good for you. I learned that. And between that, also Miss Shaka Khan, who is my sister friend, and she's a big advocate of health and wellness and what have you. And she said, "Alyson, it's the only way I'm alive, because even during the times when I was drugging and doing whatever I was doing that was adverse for my body, I was still keeping up with the regimens that I was accustomed to doing, and that's why I'm still here, because I kind of girded my loins. And so now that she said now I'm in a different place, it's worked to my benefit." But she's very open with it. And so when I had a chance to hang out with her last month for a couple of days, she had me on these vitamins. You got to take this, you got to do this, and take this with you, and do that and the other. So I've got that going, and it does make a difference.
Well, you do have a glow over there, Alyson. So now we go watch. You're glowing, lady. Fabulous as always.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, card dude is not glowing?
Yes, but that sun was giving it to you. You better not
It
turn to the side
was.
too much, car dude. Focus on the road, damn it.
Exactly.
Yo, I think also too. I think shout out to your sister friend Regina Bell. Is she celebrating a birthday today, or was it yesterday,
I
or
think
when
it was
was it?
Saturday. She was there in New York for the St. Albans Jazz Festival, which I did last year. And
Right.
shout out to Gina B and to the family. We're still holding you as in the loss of your brother Bernard, who brought us so much incredible music. Her brother Bernard, for those who didn't know, was an incredible pianist and bass player and writer. He wrote with a lot of New Jack City music. Guy and Blackstreet and all in that whole era. He wrote "Remember the Time" for Michael Jackson and a lot of other hits. But one of those guys behind the scenes, but really, really integral in the music of that time and that era. And he passed away a couple of weeks ago, and we just laid him to rest last week. And I know Regina was going through that, but she's bouncing back and doing her gigs and continuing on as we know Bernard would want her to do. So we just keep lifting her up.
Awesome. Well, I go also before we get out of here. I know it's about that time. I got to give a big shout out tomorrow. I'm interviewing David Shepard on DMS on one of the legendary promoters. He's having an event coming up, but this is going to be his last event, his birthday, his 70th birthday. So Dave has been promoting longer than cops were chasing robbers. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to give him his flowers before his last event. Who's a good friend of mine, my martial arts brother. So shout out to Dave Shepard. Tomorrow, we're doing a Legends and Promotions interview with him at 7:00. So please, everybody, if you tune in, you want to listen to how this business has done for us from another standpoint. And sure as Dave has worked with Alyson and Jeff. I think one of the last events that you did before you got sick, right, Allie? It was with Dave, maybe too, right?
Well, what happened was just around in 2021, we started seeing a little light at the end of the tunnel. So people started feeling like they could kind of come outside. And one of the promoters I worked with just said, well, I'm going to take a chance and see if we can put something together. So they did a lovers getaway for Valentine's down in Atlantic City. And it was kind of all inclusive where you got your show and you got to stay at the hotel and you got your comedians and the whole bit. And they felt that was a safe way to do it. And Jeff Red and I were part of that entertainment lineup, and Debbie and Dave Kane. So that's what that probably was, that particular performance. And then I believe we saw each other again maybe this year in April. At the R&B Music Society event, I think. But yeah, they are supporters. Dave is a supporter as well as a promoter. I did a video for him for his birthday, so I can't wait. I thought it had passed, but apparently it's coming up. And he's got that in hand.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
I'll be in the house if nothing else but on screen.
Absolutely. If you want to come in and say hi, like you said, you can come in and roast them for a second or say hi to them. So shout out to my guy, Dave Shepard. And then, of course, Wednesday, we're back. I'll be back with Kevin, and we'll talk about all the things that are happening in the world today from a crime aspect. I might have another special guest coming in, another officer from another country that'll talk about what law enforcement is like where he's from. Of course, the first Monday of the month is Assemblyman Al Taylor. The second Monday of the month is Dr. Marilyn Porter. The third Monday is Real Talk with Malika Foster and Alyson Williams and the car dude. And then and the fourth Monday, next Monday, I might do something different. Like I said, Pastor Graves is not he doesn't have the slot anymore because he's taking on some other things that are conflicting with the schedule, and that's fine. But he still comes in on Wednesdays now and chimes in with Kevin and I, and we talk about stuff. So we wish him all the well, and he's still part of the family. So I don't know what I might be talking about. I might be talking about sports. I might be talking about something else. Malika and I might go live. I might go back to old school when Alyson and I started Real Talk. We was doing it. I might talk about some relationship stuff because somebody sent me some relationship stuff, and I think y'all still need my tutelage. So I'm here to get in your ass and tell you what you're doing wrong and right.
Keep it real, Bill. Keep it real, Bill. I'm telling you.
Did he just throw us tutelage? You just threw us tutelage, didn't you?
Exactly. Hey, Alyson,
Yo, yo,
Marlene.
Alyson, I've evolved. I'm, I can say this now. I'll say
You
tutelage,
got you
right?
got
Like,
those 3-syllable words and all your SAT words, and you just
yeah,
throwing
yeah,
them at us. And you're under my tutelage, you know. I'm like, shut up,
He hit us
everybody.
with a big one.
yeah. Listen, yeah, I try to keep it nice. And then I say tutelage, and then be like, "Well, I'm getting your ass." So,
Right.
so I had to bring it back to the neighborhood. You know what I'm trying to
Tomato,
say?
tomato, tomato.
Exactly.
Exactly. Everybody, this is Real Talk Chronicles. That is Alyson Williams. That's Malika Forster. Malika, can you take us out? Give us some love, baby. And you and Alyson and you, Malika, y'all take us out. I'm gonna listen to this car dude that's just gonna chill. You know what I'm
Thank,
saying?
look, thank you, dear. Alyson Marlene Ross told me to tell you hi.
Hey, Marlene.
Say hello. Um, Jacob Ingram, he wanted to make sure that you receive an invite, Alyson, on September 10th. He said it's the DAOS convention in Harlem. I don't
Okay.
know what that is. Bill, are you familiar?
That that is the Daily Art of Survival magazine. That's
Oh, that's the okay. I'm
so
sorry.
that
That's the acronym.
that's
Okay.
one of our sponsors.
Well, Bill will make sure that I have everything I need to know if, in fact, I'm going to be in the New York City area anywhere around the 10th.
Exactly.
And shout out to, like I said, the Deadly Arts of Survival magazine, the #1 magazine martial arts on in the country right now. Also, too, Ingram Taxes. That's Jacob, him and his wife. They do Ingram Taxes. They got their thing going on. If anybody still needs some kind of tax help, reach out to them. Yo, Jacob, put that in the group before we get out of here. The number, in case people still need that. Shout out to Ingram Taxes and all of other sponsors that love us. This is Real Talk, RTC. Go ahead, Malika. Sorry.
Bill Norm said that you look like a California raisin.
That's all right.
And Richard Williams tuned in. He said hi. He always calls me Tony. First, I'm like Tony, but yeah.
Yeah. Shout out
What's
to
up, Rich? We miss you. It's been too long. Vanetta said self-care is extremely important, and Colin said he hopes the special guest Wednesday is not Mustafa.
No, it's not. It won't be Mustafa. It won't be Mustafa. I'm working on it. No.
Yeah. Well, Alyson, we'll definitely see you in Atlantic City in September. I hope we can see you. We'll see you sooner.
Before that happens, assuming that we will have a third Monday in August, I will be telling you more about that date, letting you know where it is. I believe it's the Atlantic City Jazz Festival, but I don't have that yet. Also, I'll be doing a fundraiser in New York on the 24th of September for in association with my girl Felicia Pullen and the Pillars organization, and it is an outreach. Rehabilitation center based in Harlem, one of the only ones based in Harlem, and they deal with bringing people back into their lives after they have survived alcohol and substance abuse. I'll give you more information on it next month as we get closer to September. So I'll have those things where I'm close. I'm going to be close to y'all, and I want people to come out and please support if they can. And that's about it. Like I said, I'm headed to Costa Rica for a couple of days.
Nice.
And then I'm going to come back and go to Malibu. I'm going to be celebrating the National Black Theater Festival, coming back for the first time since COVID here in Winston-Salem, which is the home of the National Black Theater Festival. That's from the 1st to the 6th of August. Then I'm going to sneak into New York and go to the doctor. And then and then I'm going to head back to get to Raleigh on the 27th. So it's a little bit of I got a few days off here and there, but I'm, like I said, trying to allow myself to have enough time to recoup and rejuvenate while I still get back on my grind. I'm thankful for all the opportunities, like I said, with the Najee organization and things that we're doing. I want to end my thoughts with, as I always say, love and light, peace and blessings, miracles and music, and above all, joy. But with what Malika planted in my heart, love thyself. Love thyself.
Exactly.
Yes. Thank you, Alyson. It's always a pleasure to see you. I can feel your good, positive energy and vibes through the computer, and I'm sure everyone else can. You know, it's just such a blessing to see you, to hear your voice, and also to watch you continue this beautiful journey. So just thank you for your
Thank you.
sisterhood and just inspiring us all to just keep on moving. And
Because God is truly amazing.
yeah, yeah, and
God
the
is truly
trick
amazing.
shower before taking a bath.
Here it is. That's the key. That's
Right.
the key.
Exactly.
It makes it a whole nother thing. It just makes
Yes, yes.
Hey, car dude.
Car dude, we out.
We
Car
out.
dude is
I love you.
car dude is on the way. I'm coming in hot. Nah. Yeah,
I'm
you know what's
waiting
so
for you.
funny? It is a beautiful thing. Everybody just keep the vibes positive. You know, people hate on you for whatever reason, unbeknown to you. Just there's a higher power that's watch over you. Any obstacle coming your way, just always I always tell Malika, if anything, whatever the obstacle could be, I was like, yo, we're good people. God got our back. Nothing's gonna be that serious. And I really feel that way. I think if you do unto others, do on, what you do to others, it'll come back. I do believe in karma. So treat people like you want to be treated. With that being said, we appreciate all the support from Real Talk, the RTC family. But without you all, listen, we be talking to ourselves, and damn sure we don't want to do that. But we can, because I know how to chop it up with me. I'm an only child. I've talked to myself, got the answer, and then moved on and went to another conversation. So,
There you go.
so Malika, close us out, baby. Give us some positive love, and we out of here.
All right, you want some more positive love? No, I'm just kidding.
I said, say it. Don't do
I
it.
gave it to my sister. I gave it to my sister. But
All
thank you
right, give
for
it to the.
tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. As always, everybody, we truly, truly love and appreciate your support. And that's it. Hopefully, we'll see you at a brunch party. We'll see you at one of Alyson's shows. We got to connect and see you soon. And
Yep.
listen, one more thing. If you have not subscribed to Real Talk Chronicles on YouTube, please do so. I know a lot of people watch it on Facebook, which is cool, but we do have a YouTube channel, Real Talk Chronicles. So go ahead and subscribe. Yes, sir. Bill Foster.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's good. Excellent. Excellent. Bravo. You were on cue. Ping, pong. like the wedding. Like the wedding. Practice. What? That's it.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Bye,
y'all.
everybody.